"Hey, are you Abhishek of Indicast?" I said, "Yeah." We listened to me and my colleagues listened to you during our commute, and that's where my mom got a couple of brownie points that her son for the first time in her life she could talk about him in good light. कुछ तो बन गया मेरा बेटा.
Hey everyone, I'm thrilled today to have with me Aditya Mhatre and Abhishek Kumar from the Indicast. What's up?
Hello.
क्या हाल चाल?
एक नंबर.
Finally we are able to do this for you.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल. And speaking of एक नंबर, आपका podcast तो बिल्कुल एक नंबर चल रहा है. I mean, it's been one of the longest running podcasts, the longest running multi-person podcast in India, and I'm fangirling right now to have you on my show. Woohoo!
That's very kind of you. We are happy to be here. Absolutely. Shoot away, fire away. Yeah.
So we're going to do a rapid round fire with these guys. Go and listen to the full episode on all my other channels. Indicast has currently more than 200 episodes. But what was your most popular episode ever?
I think the most popular one by hands down has been the one with Harsha Bhole in it, in terms of pure numbers, right? In terms of virality online, etc. It has been the one where we recorded an Indicast with Gulpanag. So that has been the most popular one. But otherwise, there has been the most fun one for us has been the one where we talk about nuclear non-proliferation treaty. I cannot even pronounce. Exactly. I cannot even pronounce. And remember how many takes that it took us to do that?
No, I think that was the only one that we recorded 3 times, and each time we did it, it was whole different content because we had gotten it wrong the first 2 times. Nuclear non-proliferation treaty. This was when I think Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister. This was way back in the day. You took me back to a different time.
Yeah, that was one of our favorites that did not include a celebrity because the content was amazing. It was light, it was insightful. At least that's what we thought and told ourselves.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I did not expect that. So, second question: what was the weirdest comment or listener question you ever got?
I recall once, it wasn't a comment as much as an accident. When I was at my mom was a teacher. She retired recently. So we were at her principal's house and she wanted me to talk to her daughter about something. And she was in Chicago or someplace. So the speakerphone was on and I was talking to her. And then her husband walked into the room and said, "Hey, are you Abhishek of Indicast?" I said, "Yeah. We listened to, me and my colleagues listened to you during our commute." And that's where my mom got a couple of brownie points that her son for the first time in her life she could talk about him in good light. कुछ तो बन गया मेरा बेटा. So I remember that one.
Yeah. So the one for me was we started when we were back as a student, right? I was flying to India once from the US, and one of the air hostesses comes over and says that, "Follow me." I was in the economy, come along. And then she takes me to premium economy and asks me to sit there. And whoa. And she's like, "Oh, I listen to Indicast." He's like, "Oh,
kya baat hai?
Free upgrade."
Kya baat hai?
That was awesome. Okay.
Nice. Love it. So who is your favorite guest of all time? I have to share mine first. We mentioned in the full episode, we talked about Andreas Kluth. And in fact, that episode inspired me to start my blog back in 2007, globalnomadism.com, because it was all about digital nomadism. And now I'm moving a bunch of those things over to my current blog / podcast, invisibleiNdiaPodcast.com. But global nomadism was an idea for me, the whole digital nomadism. It was something I could really relate to. I was living it. This was before Zoom and work from home. Everyone was working from home. I was working digitally, remotely from India for a US company, and no one was doing that yet. So it really connected with me, and you guys inspired me in that whole episode. And I know, Abhishek, that was significant for your career as well. But what was your favorite guest of all times?
Yeah, my favorite episode is the episode number 25 that we recorded with the CEO of the Dabbawalas in Mumbai. just the humility and the scale of operations that person manages and overlooks is amazing, and the insights that he provided as to why they do certain things, etc., were I thought were amazing, and I took a lot away from that one. How about you, Abhishek?
And I think the one, I think the turning point was, I remember the one with Rajdeep Sardesai, when he was, I think, the editor-in-chief of CNN IBN. He was the day before the recording, I had bumped into him at an airport after having written to him a couple of times, and these were times when they could share their mobile numbers without worrying about too much. So he just shared his number, and Aditya told me that to kuch bhi kar, you ask hard questions, all right? Don't just be asking the relevant. So that was fun, because it was the first time we asked some good questions that he liked. We spoke. I mean, that was one episode that I quite liked, because we talked about cricket and also some things that were not right with Indian journalism, and he was quite sporting enough to respond back, which I'm not sure might transpire today. So that was a fun one to do.
Yeah, and Abhishek's happiest moment in those podcasts after he gave me a call was, Aditya, he said that nobody had asked me this question thrice. That is amazing.
Oh, really? I did that.
There you go. Nice. So, guys, last question. What's one regret you have about the path Indicast has taken?
That's a very simple one for me, actually. Procrastination path, or rather, we could be far more consistent than what we are, but things have changed in the last, since the pandemic. I think we've gotten our act together after taking a little bit of a break before that. I think we could be far more consistent than what we are, and we are getting better. So that's one thing. And of course, there's the other things like money. We could have had a lot of it coming in, which couldn't. But that's not as much as a regret as sour grapes, probably.
Sure.
Yeah, just taking those long breaks. I think not having a consistent frequency of publishing episodes is something that has bothered us. But as we said, we just have to keep up with life happening around us, and we want to do it for ourselves as much as we love listener feedback, comments, etc. Sometimes things come in the way. So, but we for the nth number of time, promising again that we are going to try and keep up the frequency that we should be, and that is expected of us.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure to have you guys. I've been a big fan for a long time. I'm really thankful we got to chat and get a little bit behind the curtain a bit of what goes on your show. The whole episode 82, is on my site and everywhere podcasts can be found. And their site, you guys can be found at theindicast.com.
Theindicast.com. That's right.
That's right.
Cool. All right. Thanks, everyone. Chalo.
Thanks a lot for having us.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.